What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shy. We are back with another home edition. Me and my girl, Mel. We're not just talking out of our ass, conversation. Right. And I say conversations because this is really not a podcast, y'all. We are really sitting here and like I put in the status, like telling our business basically, or telling the way that we feel about certain things. So when you look at us, like we're really having a conversation. So I don't want you to confuse it with a podcast. Like, why are they doing this? Why they da-da-da? Because we're just talking and we're just sharing our thoughts with you guys.
Yes.
And I hope that y'all, appreciate it. I hope that y'all can relate. I hope that you know somebody that can relate. I hope that you could tell somebody, hey, watch this because this might help them. So all we're trying to do is just help and communicate and just give some entertainment. It's entertainment, but it's for our people, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So we wanted to start off, and I want to say thank you to all the viewers. Like, you guys have been like really, really like
supportive, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate people calling. I appreciate people segue into questions that they want us to mention or ask or discuss. But yes,
that's the best part. So we're going to start with that. I've been getting a few text messages from friends. So have Mel. People have been calling us on the phone talking about different things. But I have one specific friend. I'm going to shout her out. Shout out to Asia. Because you know why? Sunday when I posted this, I was so like tired that I did not advertise it at first. And Asia actually reposted it before I even posted it.
That was fire.
Thanks. So like she posted it before I even posted it, to the point I was like, damn, I need to make a promo video. Like, how do I have one of my followers posting my video and not even post it yet? So that just shows like that just really, really made my heart warm. And I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. So we're going to start with your question. Let's read the question.
Yeah, you have it?
Let's read that to you.
We can turn your light off too.
We let Mel read the question.
Okay. So the question is, when you aren't who you were, right? So basically, who you are right now is not who you thought you were, right? Mm-hmm. But you aren't who you are meant to be yet. Mm-hmm. That uncomfortable space in the middle. Mm-hmm. So you're kind of in this place where you're trying to figure yourself out already, right? You're still trying to figure out who's Shanice, who's Mel. People think that you're sure of yourself, right?
Right.
You probably exude.
That's what you give off.
That certainty. But you already have the uncertainty of who you are. And then you're also not who you are supposed to be. So you're still growing.
Okay.
And that middle phase, how do you deal with that middle phase?
I think the people that surround us in our relationships may be some things that sometimes hold us back from growing into the person that we're supposed to be. I feel like sometimes we're supposed to let things go that we hold on to, and that stops our progress. And I feel like sometimes we're so afraid to let things go because you don't know what comes after it, right? But in order to know what comes after it, you have to go through it. So I think she even talks about like a relationship or something. Like, if somebody's not meant to be in your life, guys, we really have to let them go. And it's hard. Trust me, I know for sure how hard it is to let people go. But honestly, as soon as you let them go, I don't want to say somebody else or something else. If God, like if you're moving with good intention and like you're doing the right thing, God will replace that feeling for you with whatever was supposed to come next. But if you never make that move to start eliminating or try to get to that next level or whatever, however you supposed to get to that next level, because we know the things that's in our lives that's not supposed to be in our life. We know the things that we're doing also that we're not supposed to be doing. Because you know me, my brother and his girlfriend, shout out to Carmina and Sean, they were saying they be doing something with I ain't try to, I don't snitch, but they was doing something where they was getting their money back. And nothing crazy, but they get their money back. And I was like, guys, you got to stop doing that because it's going to hold y'all. That's bad stuff. I was like, even though it seems so simple, it's $6, it's $10, it's little, but that's on you. You cheat, and somebody's getting cheated. Even though it feels like, hey, we just getting our money back, everybody's fine. Somebody's getting cheated.
Right.
And you are, like I said, the hindering where you're so it don't even have to be people. I don't want to just always try to make it seem like, oh, people, you got to get people out your life and people hold.
It could be the things that you do.
It could also be the things that you are doing in your life. And you know that they're rules, because every time you do something wrong, I don't care what nobody says. There's a little something. Something is like, I ain't supposed to do this. But we do it, right? But we do it. So I think in order to get out that middle stage, first of all, we have to age, right? Because who knows what age you're really at your full potential. Because you can keep growing.
So patience.
Yeah, patience. And you might keep evolving to a better person, to a better person, to a better person. Sometimes we're like, I think we're at a good place. Like, right? We have a nice place. We have a family. We're happy. But that doesn't mean this is it.
Yeah.
This is nice. But we might could get some more. But sometimes people stay stuck there because it's comfortable and you're used to it.
I also think in regards to what she was saying, where the uncertainty of who you are, right? Actually, no, it's okay. It's my friend Jody. I'm gonna answer.
Okay, what up, Jody?
What's up, Jody? I'm actually doing the podcast right now. I was shouting you out, like, what's up, Jody, on the camera. But I'm gonna call you back in a few minutes. Answer your phone.
All right, babe.
All right, bye.
Jody, you got a question?
You got any questions?
What's the question? Yes, I always have questions. Wow, what's going on? What's the topic today?
We're talking about outgrowing people, letting go. We're talking about, how sometimes people, places, things that we do, actions can hinder our growth.
Oh, darling. Oh, okay. Don't wake me up. Outgrowing people. I want that one.
Okay.
Outgrowing people, because I think there's a stigma around that, right? Where when people say you outgrow someone, it means money. Like, oh my God, I'm so much richer, or I have so much things now, so I can't hang out with you. For me, it means none of that.
Okay.
Honestly, it has everything to do with mentally. Like, because sometimes when you have grown mentally in life and that person hasn't, everything becomes a thing.
Right.
You're clashing in every way, shape, or form, because I just surpassed you with my mental growth. You could be richer than me, and I could be way more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Mentally smarter. Like, you're just more intact with yourself and what's going on around.
Right. And that person that probably has way more than me as far as financially or materialistically or whatever you want to say, don't have shit on me when it comes to
knowing yourself.
Right. Yeah, mine.
Being certain of yourself.
That's I like that.
That for me is the number one thing. So mental outgrowing I just feel like it needs to be said better, because I think everybody puts that with accolades, like where you are in life, and it has nothing to do with that.
I agree.
I've currently gone through that, and it was tough as well. When you realize it is when it actually hurts more. Like when you realize you're like, fuck, I love this person, but I can't even really hold a conversation anymore, darling. Like, what do I do?
Right. It's true.
Yeah.
And just to segue, because I know you're at work, and I'm gonna call you back in a few minutes also, but just wanted to say this to you too. I was explaining to Shanice that, and we had this conversation off the record, familiarity. You understand? Sometimes familiarity holds us hostage, and in relationships with people that we should have outgrown. And familiarity meaning, we attach time. We attach time to friendship.
Sometimes we stay into things because of the history of it.
Right. Okay. Oh, I've known this person since I was here. I've been around this person since I was this. I grew up with this person. My mom and our parents know each other. Familiarity can put you in a position where you are held hostage in a place that you should have outgrown. And what will happen is that your body will remind you every fucking day that you shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Right. And so what happens is that we will, as human beings, because our minds are so powerful, we create excuses within ourselves mentally. And that's how we're in positions where we stay. So what
that was some tea.
Listen,
it's facts.
Listen, because that is like the number one thing that I feel like all of us have gone through now that we're in our 30s.
Oh, sure.
It's like everybody.
30s is real.
And let's talk about the fact that we'll know that somebody is not good for us.
It's they.
We knew them so long, we keep them around too.
Girl, it's just like candy, right? I know that every time I go to the dentist, that for me, because I don't buy anybody else's insurance, a fucking fill-in would might cost me $275, right?
Exactly.
And I'll know that, right? Because I know that I shouldn't be eating candy because this is bad for me. But familiarity, oh, it's so good. Oh my God, I love chocolate. It tastes so good. Fuck it, I'm gonna eat it. It's the same thing with
doctors smoke cigarettes.
It's the same thing with friendships, right? I have the knowledge
that we were friends since I was a teenager, and I knew this entire time that this person was a good person. I see how she talks to her, even her family, her parents, like everything that told me that this person is a good person. I'm like, oh my God, I knew her my whole life, so forget it. I'm just gonna stay friends until it just
she burnt your ass.
Right.
And I just have to take it with grace.
It's like no.
Right.
So don't let it get there. Is what I advise people to be. Don't even. Yeah.
Thank you, Jody.
Yeah, Jody. Because we so we're recording. I'm gonna turn you because we recording. But
this is all in it though. This is all in there. Thank you for calling in. She called in.
He called in.
That's our first call in.
I'm a caller.
I be a caller. You know what? I was going to call on 105. What was that guy name?
Jody, we talked to you later. We recorded.
Jody said 515. But shout out to at Gold Materials. If y'all need y'all makeup done, that's who she.
Give her Instagram. Yeah, give her Instagram.
At Gold Materials. She'll keep the face clean.
Okay. And check down below. I'll put it down below.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Call back in again.
Okay. But just to segue off that, that's one. I think two, in terms of what Asia, just to go back to what Asia is saying, dealing with that in between space. I think the in between space is uncomfortable because we're struggling with growing. But in order to grow, you have to be uncomfortable.
You have to be uncomfortable.
Because if you're in a situation where you're comfortable, then you're never going to grow. So that middle space is never going to be a place that people are happy to be. Like most people are going to always complain about, damn, I don't even know who I am yet, or where I'm supposed to be. You're going to be in that space. That weird space is a natural space to be in, but you're supposed to be uncomfortable because that's where the growth happens. Right. And as us being in our 30s, like you just said, we have to recognize that, especially because we have this new, I wouldn't say new, but we have this stronger sense of awareness of what our lives are, where we feel like we should be, the people are, who people are in our circles. I think that makes that space a little bit harder, right? Because we're in a place where we can't make bad decisions like we did in our 20s.
Right. It can't be,
We don't have a lot of room for error, right? Because even though we're still young, like I always say, the 30s is a weird place, right? You're still young, but you're also...
Yeah, you're like old now.
So you kind of in this space, especially with given the world, we are not in a space where we can make a lot of errors. And I think that's what
we got them children. A lot of people got children. So it makes it
a lot more complicated and uncomfortable. But in terms of growth and people and all of those things play a role in that, because if we are in a space that we're not willing to let go of things that do not serve us, then we have to be in a position in life to also be able to accept that the turmoil that comes with keeping bullshit around. And if you keep bullshit around, it will continue to stink.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you think is going to happen. It's not going to change.
Change is not going to happen. You can't change somebody. The person wants going to want to have to change. But I feel like when you put yourself first, that's all you have to do.
That's really what it comes down to.
To be honest, if you put yourself first, I know people are like, no, I'll put my kids first. No,
yourself.
Put yourself first. If you put yourself first, you're going to be doing the right things for your children, for your parents, for whoever is very important to you in your life. And people might start to get mad when you put yourself first, because, sometimes you never put yourself first and now you're putting yourself first. Like, girl, what's wrong with you? But it's like, you're really making yourself happy. So what I would say is put yourself first, appreciate the middle ground, because also we don't get time back, right? So the struggle, this feeling of just trying to remember where you were and that you don't want to go back there.
That's the most important. The most important is understanding. The most important is putting your past into perspective, right? Sitting down some days, we don't want to live in our past, obviously, but, giving perspective to your past. Like, giving perspective in terms of the things that were good, what honored you, what didn't serve you, what you feel like you could have worked on, right? And then try in that weird space to kind of like address those things if you can. Also, I would say keep an open mind, right? Because we are growing every day.
Keep open mind.
Right. We are growing.
And your stuff is from perspectives.
Right.
If it's not 1 + 1 is 2, Like, stuff is perspective. Everything is not a fact. And I think that's what messes up. Right. You have to open your brain that, hey, she might think this way because of this reason. She might think this way because of this reason.
And everybody are entitled to their own views because we all have different experiences. And our experiences shape how we view reality, right? So I feel like it's just more so, like you just said, we was just saying, keep an open mind. Be comfortable with the discomfort. Right? Get to a place where you just have to be like right now. I feel like I'm very happy in my life, but I'm uncomfortable because I feel like right now something is supposed to happen, but I'm also keeping my mind and my eyes open to whatever is supposed to come because I know it is. I feel it because I can feel that there's things I'm uncomfortable in, whether that be my job, whether that be, and I feel like change is going to come because I'm having this sense of discomfort. So being aware of yourself and how your body reacts to when change is coming, because usually the patterns they show. Yeah, you know what I mean? And like, so paying attention to patterns, letting go of old habits, because it's not even just so much people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be yourself.
It can be yourself.
You can blame yourself sometimes.
Right. So old habits, people, things, places. It's okay to get, like my husband always says to me, and I think I said this one to someone. My husband says to me all the time, I don't think you're family oriented. I say, I'm not family oriented? Oh, you don't? I like my family more than you like your family. No,
I love your conversation.
I love my family. Let me just make this very clear. And I'm going to put this out there. I love my family. I come from a family where we literally were on top of each other. Like my mom's house was so crowded my entire life that if you got up out the bed, and anybody who's been to 4814 Murdoch knows that if you got up out your spot, bitch, it ain't gonna be no. That's how crowded. People would rather hide in a closet than go home. Okay, that house was lit. I say that to say, I love my family. I grew up extremely family oriented. My cousins are like my siblings. My grandmother had 11 kids, and we grew up mad close. I'm not talking about no fake shit. I'm talking about extremely close. So I dealt with a lot of hurt in my family, whether that had been betrayal, whatever the situation is with relatives, cousins, whatever. Make a long story short, I've learned to also understand that it's not just the idea of family. It's me. I kept categorizing it as family, and I put them in this very high, I would say, this high end of the ladder where I felt like because you're family, right? The forgiveness is so much greater, right? I can just accept the bullshit you do and I let it go, right?
Because you're family.
Right. And I got to this place in life, and I wouldn't say I got to this place in life. One time my niece said something to me that made so much sense. And she said, that's the problem, Auntie. We got to stop looking at people like family and start looking at people like people, right? And so I've gotten to the place in my life where I accept people as people. And so I took off the idea of family and this concept that because you're my cousin, I should forgive you. No. I'm gonna forgive you, but I don't gotta reconcile.
Right.
So I can forgive the things that you've done that hurt me, but I don't have to reconcile. I'm gonna forgive you for myself. Yes, I'm gonna make sure whatever it is that God has in store for me, I do want it. Right. I don't want to hinder. I don't want God to hold on to my blessings because I'm holding on to grudges. Right.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. That's
what you gotta learn. Right.
It's a long time.
And let's be honest. Like, we're not mad at anybody that's holding on because we get it.
Yeah.
Hurt.
And I hold on to grudges. I used to hold grudges for a long time. But I'm at a place in my life where I don't necessarily call it a grudge. I have forgiven that person, meaning I've tried to get myself to a place where when I see you, I don't really feel like punch you in your face. I don't feel this anger towards you, but I don't have to speak to you. So I forgive you I can forgive, but I no longer I don't reconcile. I understand that I've gotten to a place that not because you're my cousin mean that we have to speak, or not because you are whatever, we have to speak. I try to take away the idea of placing this relationship on something that makes it so unique that you feel like you gotta deal with people bullshit or people hurting you. So I took that off of it. If you are someone who have hurt me, caused me any harm, or hurt my mom, or caused her any harm, I am not fucking with you. Right. Now, do I hate you? No. Am I going to forgive you? Absolutely. However, I will never have to speak to you again. And that's a part of me letting go. I have letting you go in a way that I can see you and will completely pass you. And
but I don't see nothing.
And that's it.
But that hurts people.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
And I'm
okay with that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I don't like somebody and I walk past them and I don't speak, that's like the best feeling in the world.
Yes, it is. It's essentially.
People hate to be ignored also.
But letting go means that as well. Like, we have to let go.
So moving on to the next
anything.
let go.
Yeah. Anything that doesn't serve us.
Like, is it hard for you to let go? For me, I was telling her, I've learned that, and I think I just thought about this like yesterday. Like, Shanice, you really have to let people go. Like, because people would do, I don't know what kind of, I always say this, but like, people would do weird things that I think, because I'm the type of person that always laugh things off or act like it didn't happen. Like, they'll just keep doing it. And in my brain, I'm like, you really still gonna do it? Like, you know what I mean? They'll still doing it, but it's my fault because I didn't say anything. So I think sometimes we also have to take responsibility and notice when we're wrong too. You should have said something, because sometimes I feel like you think that they should know. Like, they should know, but people really don't be knowing.
Hey, Joe.
People really don't be knowing.
Well, we teach people how to treat us. That's true. Two, because, and I told you this before, because you're comical and you laugh a lot.
That pisses me off.
People struggle with knowing when you're serious, and so some of the things that you may have chuckled about, you actually feel the opposite towards.
Yes,
and it can be misread, right? Yes. But just to go back into what you just said, yes, we have to get to a place in life where we have to let things go, and we have to let people go, and we got to let old habits go, and we just have to let go.
And it's easier said than done, we know, but it's something that you have to work on, or take one piece, do this piece first, do this piece first. But I will say, every time I let something go, like, God really gave it back in a different way.
Okay.
Like, I really want to, like, a funny story, not and I hate to keep, like, I know the other episode I brought up, like, I don't speak to a couple of my friends no more.
It's okay though, but it's okay because it's okay to bring it up because that was a huge part of your life, right? Right. So I think that's something that sometimes we end up having to memorialize a situation, right, where unfortunately it do come up in top. Like, for me, death is a thing, right? Because I've experienced it so much. That was a great, regardless of how we see and where you are now, right? That loss was a loss. It was whether some people, it was a loss, right? So it's going to be a situation where you're going to memorialize it a lot. You're going to talk about it a lot because it has impacted your life in so many different ways, right?
That I don't even realize sometimes.
And that you don't even realize it sometimes, right? So it's also okay to do that. And I think that we have to normalize that too, because what might be a thing for me, what might be a thing for me may not be a thing for you, right? And also, we have to also acknowledge the fact that things impact us differently. You understand? And for you, that was very important. That was very important. And the breakdown of how it happened was very important. And how it impacted you was very important. And the things that it did to you were very staining. Like, it's not something that you can just erase.
Right.
So it's going to come out and come back in conversation more often than most people plan, because this shit was a huge
right.
And I see I get Terry, but
right,
it was a real significant time in your life.
Why you had to tell them that?
No. And I was like, and I say that to say, because I know, like, I told Shanice this. I talk about death a lot for me, because I lost siblings. And I got said to somebody, I said, people say, well, it's not your mom or your dad. You expect to lose your parents. They older. But you expect to have your siblings in your life. Right. Whatever that reason is, that's what I've created in my mind, right? And so those losses were great. And even me losing cousins, extremely painful. So always experiencing loss. When you have that, when we think about memorializing something, it's not always just death. That was a loss.
Yeah.
Because this is people or a person or people that you had in your life for a significant amount of time that you have to now erase. And unfortunately, even when you speak of good times, you're going to have to mention them. When you speak about bad times, you're going to have to mention them, because they were such a...
I was trying to post throwback pictures, and I'm like, damn, these niggas is on all my pictures. I'm like, at this point, I'm going to just have to fucking post in a picture. Like, but I have no pictures with
it gets to that point, but guess what? They were a significant rag. And even in regards to letting go, right? Some things have to happen on its own time, because you are still mourning the loss of something, even if it's not death.
Right.
Like, you lost something, regardless of how you see it, how you talk about whatever, you're still mourning. That shit is hurtful.
Yeah.
And you have to every day, no matter what it is that you're going through, you're going to think about it in some capacity. You know what I mean? You could be you putting the camera together, and all of a sudden a memory flashes that, because when you spend so much time with somebody or you're around somebody for a certain period of time, no matter what you try to do, they will always come up in your memory. So it's not that you are, it's not that you have not let them go, like in this aspect, but naturally they do pop back up. So just in regards to letting go, even in the process of letting go, the people that you have let go, all habits that you, just like a person who does drugs, you think they don't think about if they went into rehab,
so you just got coffee and shit.
They don't think about using, right? It's the same thing with us and people, right? These are people that were such a significant part of your life. You're gonna still think about them, even when y'all don't speak,
right?
Because we're memorializing them no matter what. We think about them, and we could have been going to go get something. Oh, I remember when me and such came to the store for the first time, and it just pops up in your mind. It's just a memory,
especially first time stuff, I guess. Like when you know again for a second or third, or even 10th time, you always remember exact time. And with your friends or whoever, you did a lot of first times.
You can't forget it.
So
betrayal hurt.
Yeah,
betrayal hurt. I feel like people don't speak enough to it. Some people who are the betrayers don't understand what betrayal feel like, right? So people who betray you don't understand what it feel like. And some people, that's because they've been cut through forever. I feel like that those kind of people, they kind of like, they're okay with that feeling. So for us, it's gonna be more impactful because it's harder to deal with.
Right.
Why do that to me? You know,
we're not friends no more. I can't believe it.
Right. But and like I said to people, it's okay to be like, yo, you can mourn it, because sometimes stuff still shock me. Right. Why I be going over my mind like, yo, what? So what happened? And I'm trying to calculate the shit. This and I calculate. Oh, still don't know.
Right.
And so even letting go is just a part of accepting. Like, yo, you know what? It is what it is at this point. Like, it's just, we can't be that anymore.
Yeah.
And I have to accept where my life is now and where their life is now. And we just can't. And I have to just move forward. And that takes time. Even if that means you having to like go over that mentally every other day, or when they come up in your mind. And sometimes wanting to confront them come in your mind too, like, bitch, no, I really want to tell you this. But it's like, you know, what is that going to get you? Nothing.
Just always like mad, throat hurt, now you're angry.
Yeah.
But I say that to say, I stopped, right? And then I went back to school for film. And a lot of people don't know this because I did it on the low, but I joined the basketball team at the age of 33.
Oh, wow.
I was in the basketball team. I went to just help out because I gained a lot of weight.
I was like, so it was good for exercise.
So it was, yeah, and I was a basketball player. So I'm like, hey, can I just come and try out? He's like, no, you know, you could try out. And I'm like, I'm old. He's like, as long as you never did 4 years of basketball in college, you could play at whatever age, as long as you make the team. I don't know if anybody know that. But if you have anything that you just want to do, just like do it like by a community college, like community colleges have teams. So you could join the team if you make it. So I went and I tried out and I got on the team. I became the fucking star player on the team.
Get the fuck
at WCC. I was number 13 for rebounds in the country for community colleges.
Get the fuck
nobody even knows this. Like, this stuff that I've done, but I got another team. It was so crazy that I joined. Most of the people that I was talking to that I had to let go was from basketball. That's why our foundation started. And somehow God was like, Shanice, don't worry about that. Here's another team. And it was just,
so you lost the first set of friends that you've had maybe your whole life.
Yeah.
And then you gained.
Well, not the first set. I don't want to say that because shout out to Crystal, Tiara, Asia, Stephanie. Those are my first friends from Taja from elementary school.
But the basketball set.
Yes, the basketball, that was like the growing up, you know, I'm going to visit them in college. Like, you know, that was more of like shaping. We were shaping each other friendship. But God gave me a whole nother team. Like, how am I 33 on a basketball team and these girls love me? They thought I was like 23. They thought I was really young. So they like, yo, and I'm like, yo, do y'all know I'm old? Like, they like, for real, Shawnee's like, da, da, da. But I was on the whole team for a year. And if I never let that go, I know I would never have joined another team. And I know some of them people or whoever would have probably been like, girl, you stupid, don't join no team. You too old, you whack, you this, you that, you that. But I just went and I did it. I didn't tell nobody. And I was number 13 in the country for rebounds. You can look it up.
That's 2
years ago.
Actually fire.
Nobody, that's how I lost. I know some people probably don't know me like that, but I lost 50 pounds. Spin a block, run it back. Okay, so back to Asia's question.
Right. Yeah, so we should actually read it again just so we can make sure that
you to read it, right?
We are staying on point, Asia.
Yes.
I don't want to not answer it, because Shanice and I also just thought about something just in regards to life and purpose, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that Asia's question was around something like, how is it the middle ground between still trying to figure out who you are,
Mm-hmm.
and when you're still not who you are supposed to be yet. And I can paraphrase.
Well, growing the old and everything that comes with it.
Yes.
Let's also when you are and who you were.
Right.
So let's talk about that. When you are and who you were, because we grew. You grew.
Right.
So not that person.
So you thought you like going out. You thought you liked the parties.
Or you didn't like it.
Right. Or you thought.
But now at 35, shit has changed.
I think I have to go off of what Asia said.
Okay, but
you thought you liked it, right? Why? I feel like in our 20s, a lot of our decisions are formulated off of other people's things, what they like and dislikes.
If you're not the leader,
even if you're the leader, because we are very influenced by our people.
Okay.
We're extremely influenced by our friends, especially in our 20s, right?
Okay.
I don't give a fuck how much of a leader. I'm born a leader. That's always been my thing. But we are heavily influenced.
You still do stuff because of the stuff that's around you.
Yeah. In your 30s, you find that if you don't want to go somewhere, you just don't go now, right?
Yeah.
In your 20s, it's like,
but I don't want to go. Really like that. I think that's why people. That's the in between part when you're trying to get it right. You don't want to go out, but your friends still want to go out, so you're going out. But you're supposed to be at home, and maybe if you didn't go out, you would have worked on a project that would have got you to where you need to be. Yes, right. One time I went to my friend's house, and I was out, and I was like, "Yo, I'm about to come to your house real quick." This chick was up. It was like I got to her house like 11:30 at night.
Mm-hmm.
She was up setting up her. She does styling, and she was up setting up her clothes for the next day. And she said, "Shanice, I've been up doing this for 5 hours." It was a Saturday night. I was out drinking, and I came to her house, and she's home setting up, working.
She was trying. She's getting.
But tomorrow, yeah, because people don't know that it's a setup. Like sometimes I start charging on my stuff yesterday. This just don't happen at this second. Like you start from the day before prepping. So to go to her house, I was out, people partying, to go to her house, and she's really here like
working.
It was like for herself, you know what I mean? It was like, wow, like.
Well, maybe that friend specifically knows exactly where she wants to go in life. She has her purpose already in her brain and understand what her purpose is, right? That weird place in the middle, I think, for Asia, and Asia, please, shoot Shanice a text if you think I'm wrong.
Yeah, shoot me a text.
I think that maybe your struggle is that you are trying to find purpose. You are in a place where you kind of thought you were who you were, but you're not that person, and you're in the middle of trying to find out who you're supposed to be.
Or a job that you thought you liked and you don't want to do that.
It could just be any little thing. So I think I think the idea is trying to find purpose. I still trying to find my purpose, but I do know that based off my patterns and the things that have happened in my life, I do think that my purpose is to help others. However that may be.
However that is.
And I think that I attract exactly what my purpose is because that's how it's been for my whole life. Whether I be someone who needs my help, a relationship that I thought would be out of love, but it's more so out of help. Or, I tend to attract people, whether that be friends, whether that be people you date. And it's so a lot of times it comes out to me trying to help them get to where they need to go.
Yeah, and that's the part I'm tired.
But I feel like I've been the bridge. I feel like my purpose is that I'm the bridge.
The thing is, you know what? Okay, yes, right?
Yeah, I get paid to be the bridge.
Yes, and also,
yeah.
So, all right, yes, Asia, you gotta, and not just Asia. We're just saying this, and we love Asia because she's one of them. I think she watches this show first. So, shout out to you. I love you. You know, all right. I'm already sending her a gift. Like, I love when people support Gurrltalk. I'll fucking spend my last and get you something for free.
Yeah.
I looked at my phone, y'all, because it was the same damn bill collector calling me. Like, bro, I'm buying stuff for my friends right now. But
pay your bills.
No, fuck that. But like I said, we still working on stuff, right? I am still a work in progress, and I'm sorry, we got the baby back. I'm still a work in progress, and there is still things that I need to work on. So we're not trying to sit up here like we're perfect either. But no, it's just some spaces I kind of got out of, right? So we're just reflecting on the things that we kind of accomplished or got over.
And trying to still figure out.
Yeah.
All right. So and purpose could be one of them.
Yes. What is your purpose? That's what we're talking about. So guys, what is your purpose? Like she said, I think my purpose is here. Like I know for sure. You know, me and God have our conversations. I know for sure that I'm here to help people. Mm-hmm. I know that I'm here for sure to talk. Mm-hmm. I know I'm here for sure to have conversations, because no matter where I go, there's somebody that's going to talk to me. White, black, Spanish, no English, don't know English.
Maybe your job is like,
all people.
So maybe your job is to heal.
Or to make people laugh, right? Like,
and that's a heal.
And it'd be just weird stuff. I could be talking on the phone, somebody's listening to my conversation, like, girl, you were so funny. I'm like, it was all in my convo. But they'd be laughing, and then sometimes people even give me advice. Or like, it's so weird the way I've met so many people.
Maybe your purpose is to change the trajectory of other people's experiences. And maybe your blast is to fill people up with joy. Maybe
I think so.
Maybe who you are could have talked a lot of people off of ledges. Maybe who you are is to change people's mindset. Maybe who you are is to allow freeness and to openness into people's minds. That could be one of the.
I think so, but with that, God just wants me to learn to not like get too personal, or to take it with me, or to let it mess me up, which was more to know when a person is not ready to take this information and just to walk away. You know what I mean? Because also with helping people, I gotta also stop hurting myself or making myself sad. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I realized in a lot of my relationships, everybody always says, Shanice, you're so sweet. Even my family, like I always been like, I'm always the sweet girl. I'm always the one that's,
no,
I'm sweet. So I'm the one, oh yeah, I need something, I'm bringing it over. Or like, I just think about stuff before the person think about it. But now I realize I've never called nobody else. And not to talk about the people I've been with, but I never say y'all was sweet back. Nobody.
You don't have a lot of go-tos. You're everyone's go-to.
Sweetness.
No, you're always everyone's go-to.
Yeah. So like when it comes out, like I don't never remember being in a relationship and be like, you were so sweet. Like I think that's what I want. Yeah. So I think sometimes we give off certain stuff to people because we expect it back. Right? I'm giving this off because I want it back. I'm treating you in my mind, I'm treating you the way I want to be treated. Mm-hmm. And when you don't get that thing back, that's when it's really time to go. Because they're not speaking your love language. And love language is very important. I don't care what nobody say.
But love language in terms of, because I know we kind of went over on tangent, in terms of
love language is something
friendship too. And friendship too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're not, like me, I'm going to tell you.
So
I need you to talk to me nice.
What you're saying is your purpose is you think that your purpose is to give, to be there for people, to bring the joy to people. Mm-hmm. But you also feel like that's your love language, is to give. But you also feel like a part of your love language is you give these things because you also want to receive these things back.
Not from strangers.
But from the people that you
But from the
like.
people, yeah, it's really mostly, yeah. But people I love, I want you to think about me too. I want you to randomly like, oh, that was sweet. Not that I need it, but I want to say, oh, that was sweet.
Well, maybe you're not living in your purpose, because your purpose is to do all those things. Mm-hmm. Maybe how it's written is that it's not going to be any.
It's not.
So that's what I came to the
conclusion.
Jesus Christ went through a whole lot of shit, right? Mm-hmm. A whole lot of things. People could talk about the Bible forever, and not just him, right? A lot of people in the Bible have gone through some things, mm-hmm. right? And I say that to say that if we're living in our purpose, we have to also deal with the burden of our purpose too. Yeah. And sometimes the purpose that we're living in may not come with an equal exchange.
Yes, but we have to know that though, right?
Yes. And I know that's your struggle.
Oh, we have to know that. That's true. No, it's not my struggle with friends, because my struggle is that I will stay for too long. Right. The thing is, I will stay there and let you treat me mean, hoping that one day you're going to be smart.
Because you're still looking. Hold on. I'm sorry. That's why I said that.
Sorry.
Because you're still looking for an equal exchange.
It'd be nice. No, that was, yes, I was. You're super right. I was looking for equal exchange, yes. But I realized that may not happen with certain people, right? So honestly, I'm just really blessed to have a mother. I'm blessed to have a dad who loves me, a dad who raised me from 3. I'm blessed to have my real dad in my life now. Like, I'm blessed with all these people that I know that love me unconditionally. And I think that is, like, I appreciate that.
So here's our segue to wrap up. Maybe, and this is for me too, and I had this conversation with you when you got here. I think that even us having that conversation about departmentalizing, whether that be friendships, relationships, maybe while we are trying to find our purpose, we need to surround ourselves with people who we believe, or it feels like, or we can see that when we pour into them, they pour back into us.
Yes.
During the phase of purpose, right? That we're trying to find our purpose. Why? Because if we're trying to find our purpose and we're trying to find it from people who we're pouring into and not getting anything back, is probably creating a struggle with us accepting what it is that we're supposed to have. And I could be honest, we're human, right? I wish I was like Christ, right? We're human, so it's kind of hard for us to be like, damn, this is how my life really about to be, right? In that purpose, I got to deal with this burden, right? So maybe it's to just kind of take a step back, not necessarily look into that whole idea. We need to just probably put ourselves in the midst or around people who make us feel that love.
Yeah.
So that while we're trying to
You feel good.
find our purpose, it doesn't feel like a drag. It doesn't feel like we're in this weird...
Because I came with so much love with me anyway. I don't even need your love. I got, whoever.
Right. And even in regards, just to piggyback on Asia, staying in that in-between place, don't feel so uncomfortable when you have the people in your life or you're doing the things in your life that feel a little bit more rewarding.
Because you're going to get to the next stage.
Yeah. So maybe it's about, first of all, give gratitude and thank God that you're in a place that you're experiencing change, right? So that's number one, Asia. We got to always give gratitude, even when shit feel like it's not making sense.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Math is not mathing. Thank God that,
Thank God I woke up, right?
Thank God I had this and that. So you give gratitude to those things. That's one. Two, maybe it's also about changing our environment, changing the people that we engage with on a day-to-day, because sometimes those people can also make that middle ground feel uncomfortable, especially when you can't be wholeheartedly yourself, whomever yourself is.
So train that space.
Even if you're struggling with finding that sense of self, I would say, like, and I'm speaking to myself too, because I don't have any motherfucking entities. When I start talking like this, a lot of times it's not like I'm like, girl, did you do this for you? No, I'm actually speaking this to myself as well. Like, I'm trying to do these things in my own life. So in that middle ground, I would like to surround myself with people that I'm getting an equal exchange from, where the love feels like love. When I love you, you love me. And it makes it easier to deal with the middle ground of that discomfort. Because in that space, I need somebody to pour some fucking water on it so I could grow.
Yeah.
I don't want my seed to be drying out in the sun. Right. So if I'm gonna be in an uncomfortable spot in the soil, I would like to be watered. And that's all I would say. I would say
no matter who it is. Yeah.
Right.
Wait, time out. I got you something.
Oh, you got me something?
Yeah. All right, I want to say this first. Melicia has been a great co-host, right? And I even told her the other day, I was like, yo, there's not many times that I work with somebody who actually promotes the shit that we're doing. I work with, not everybody, but I work with people and they don't promote it. They don't say it. They don't put it. I've done free things. People won't post it. Like, damn, that's why I did it for free. But Melicia, like, really, like, she'll call me. She's sending me mad TikToks to the point that I'm like, girl, I don't even look at all of them. Because she always has so many ideas and she's super excited. And it feels good to have somebody that's excited when you're working on your shit. So I was sitting in my house. I was like, oh, I'm going to make her this. Now tell me if you like it. I hope it fit. It's a hoodie. Just look at it. Show the camera. Oh, we're not just talking out our ass. Oh, that's just cute. And then I crushed out podcast.
Oh, I like that. Okay, Shawnee's over there using her machine.
Right. So show the pants. Then I made you a little fit. I'm gonna have the bag.
It's me. Fuck you. You can't halfway give a motherfucking get out.
I love the bag, but so I put girls to look at the bottom. I put it at the feet. Like,
that's so
do something different.
Yeah, girls talk and we walk.
Yeah. Right. So guys, if you want, like, watch this now. Now it's promotion time. Guys, watch that show with your hoodie on.
I'll wear it tomorrow.
Gurrltalk.
And that's my back too. And I don't like my hair.
Right. Nah, for real. So the thing is, like, just appreciating somebody. It took me like nothing to do that.
I appreciate that, Shawty. I don't get gifts.
Everything just goes in a circle. Like, my friend hooked me up with the sweatsuit. I had that for a minute. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring Melicia a gift because I'm just so sweet. Nah.
You killed the whole motherfucker. Right.
You know when you want to, but y'all, shout out to y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this conversation.
Yes. This was therapeutic for me too, because I feel like, Asia, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like you asked me the question. Like, I feel like that was something I need to answer for myself, because just to be clear, like, yes, That middle ground, and I'm going to just say this again, that middle ground is very uncomfortable. But maybe, just like my plant who's halfway down on one side, you know, when you're supposed to grow, right, you do want to be nurtured and watered, even though it's in an uncomfortable place. Like seeds have to be uncomfortable in order for it to come through the ground, right?
Right.
But somebody,
imagine how it hurt.
But it needs to receive sun. It needs to receive light. It needs to receive water, right? So maybe we have to, in that middle ground, we need to be around things that nurture us, so that the experience don't feel so hard. And that's it. That's in closing, Asia.
Okay,
Call me, Asia.
You got new friends and shit. You left me now. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for supporting Gurrltalk. See you next Sunday.
Bye-bye.